ready to welcome our guest. And I am very sure our guest is also ready to come through for us, and we get to learn what he has in store for us. I decided to choose this speaker because I know what he has been doing of late in the business is just preparing him for president's team level. And soon and very soon, I'm sure he's getting to that level, courtesy of what he's doing right now. I'm so glad. I've been seeing so many things on social media going on in Uganda, and we are so proud to have Justus Muhumuza with us on this call. So Justus, if you can hear me, kindly unmute yourself and pick it up from there.
Okay, wow. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be able to share with you. I am always honored to be selected to come and share with your team. You know, when you're speaking with superstars, you really, it's not something to take for granted. And I would really want to appreciate my fellow leaders for inviting me and always giving me this opportunity to come and share my story. I love calling them my mentors because they actually inspire me a lot. And I truly look forward to having and building a great business like they've been able to build. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Muhumuza Justus. I am from Uganda, Kampala, and I've been in this business for, interestingly, I'm actually older. I'm actually older than my mentors in the business. You know, that's how interesting this business is, you know, because I'm 13 and a half years actually. I'll be turning 14 years in January, but that's now what makes this business quite interesting, that he who has a dream, a bigger dream, will actually always have bigger results. So it doesn't matter. Some of you that are actually listening to me this evening, you could even be in the business for maybe 3 months, but then in the next like 5 years, when you're writing, me and PROs are actually taking notes to say, what has he said, you know? And yet you actually are very, very new in the business. So it's quite an interesting business. The app, the top is actually open for everyone. So whoever is listening in, you can actually be able to go to the top. I want to start by wishing a happy belated birthday to our mentors, Dr. Josephat. Happy belated birthday and congratulations upon your achievement of being a doctor. You know, it's actually a privilege to associate with a doctor, you know. At least I can now brag around that I have a doctor. I have a doctor who's a friend and he lives in Nairobi. Yes. So my journey is quite an interesting one. I was invited just like everyone has been invited before. A friend of mine gave me a call and said, Justus, I know the challenges you are going through in your life. Unfortunately, I can't pay for your school fees, but I would like to connect you to a company called New Life. If you understand what they do clearly, you attend the meetings and you accept to be trained, you can actually be able to make money within 1 year. You can actually go back to school. I mean, if you have registered for a dead year, and then someone gives you such an invitation, honestly, you'd have something wrong with you if you actually don't honor the invitation. So I honored the invitation, and I come into this meeting, I have a look at so many products. And of course, when I see products, my fears set in immediately. I know all of us that are here, probably you've had your own fears on how you're going to go about this business. You've had a lot of probably rejections. You've had, you know, this thing of like, can I really make it? I've never sold anything before. I've never done business before. How am I even going to make it? Yet deep down, you actually have dreams and goals as to why the ones that you would love to achieve. So when I look at the products, my fear set in immediately. I was only 20 years old. All my life I had been in Western Uganda. I didn't know many people around Kampala. So I'm wondering even where to start from. But the only hope and the only promise that I was given is that if you actually train, if you are ready to be taught, and you do what you've been told to do, you will succeed. So that was the only hope. And trust me, from the very start in this business, my sponsor told me that 80% of your success in this business is actually attained from training. So if you are listening in and you really, really, really want to make it, then you must be ready to be taught. I mean, our mentors, the lecturers, he actually had to sit down, even as a lecturer, to be taught how LDC works, how to get a customer, how to sign up someone in the business, how to teach someone that has joined in the business. He had to come from the level of being a lecturer to come down and say, let me be taught on how this system works, on how this business works. And I am quite sure and convinced that the only trainings he has missed are the trainings whereby he was training someone else or doing another training in some other place. Because even me personally, that's what I've done. The only times I have missed a training is a training that was not communicated to me early in advance. So I had my own plans to go and train somewhere else. But I've never given excuses that I know there's a training, and because I know I don't have money for paying at the gate, at the door, I want to go home because I don't have transport. No, I have never given those excuses. I always love to call those as excuses of people who are not going to make it in this business. So I accepted to be trained. I attended meetings. I learned how to sell. I learned how to present. I learned how to follow up. I learned how to dress. I learned how to invite. I learned how to make a phone call. I learned how to speak. So as I kept on learning all these things, I kept on learning all that business building skills. My business started growing. My business started growing. In my first month, I sponsored 19 people. 6 months down the road, I was a director. 1 year down the road, I was a wealthy member. And that's how my life completely started changing. When I became a wealthy member, someone who had registered for a dead year, I actually went back to school and registered afresh and started studying. The only difference is this time I was a very special student who was actually making about $1,000, yet some of my junior lecturers were being paid about $500. So life kept on. I bought my first car as a second-year student. 2011, September, we lost our dad. I'm a first born in a family of 8. As we speak today, I have 3 graduates. I have a medical doctor who graduated on the 23rd of May. I have 2 other sisters. One did business administration, another one did Bachelor of International Business. All of them actually from New Life. And then currently I have a pharmacist who is doing their final exams. And then I have an electrical engineer. And then my son goes to a school whereby I pay about $1,200 every term. That's about $3,600 every single year that I actually do it, that I actually pay out of the money that I make out of New Life. Now, I have been able to acquire quite a number of things. Today, I drive 2 cars, and all of them are SUVs that I've acquired out of this business. Today, as I speak, I have about, now currently, I think there are 22 acres of land, not in the village, in Kampala, that I've been able to acquire out of this land. When we talk about the travel and lifestyle, I've been able to travel so many times. From 2010, January, the only years that I've not been able to travel was 2021 and 2020. And that was only because of COVID. But if it hadn't been COVID, I would have traveled. So that's my story. And I believe all of us as we're here, we have our stories. But that's my story, how Neolife, how far I've come with Neolife. But I'm also, I'm also going where I'm going. Sometimes when I listen to like people who say I've been doing this business for 20 years, for 30 years, when I look at them and I see the things they've achieved, I'm telling you, I get so much inspired and encouraged because at least I know where I am headed. And that's one thing, by the way, that you will find in your life that you won't find anywhere. New Life helps you, it gives you a picture. At least we all have the hope that if we give New Life our very best, if we worked so hard, that is where we are headed. It's not like out there where you're working, maybe you have this job and all you're looking at is surviving, all you're looking at is taking children to school, you know. But New Life gives you, helps you. You know that if I work so hard, you have the presences of Josephat and Pierre's. I mean, they're showing us that, man, if you work, I have achieved this. You too can be able to achieve this. You never get that from anywhere. You get only that from New Life. So my topic is about going for your dreams. Now, if there is anything that that is very, very, very important, that all of us need to be very clear about, is what is your dream? What is your why? Why are you doing in your life? You need to be very, very, very clear about that. Because if you are not clear about that, then you are actually not going anywhere. I mean, I have been in the business for 13 years. I'm shocked. I'm actually older than my mentors, but as I can say, they're earning way much bigger money that I'm earning, because I've just made I just made 2 steps to Turubi, so I'm actually working so hard to make sure that I confirm as Turubi before we go for the East African Convention. But one thing that is clear to me, how far you're going in your life, how fast you are going in your life, how much you're going to earn is all determined by your why you are in this business, by the dreams that you have to do your business. I became a world team member in only 1 year. Why did I become a world team member in only 1 year? It's simply because being a world team member, I was going to earn exactly what I needed for me to study, for me to be able to pay school fees for my brothers and sisters. And trust me, when I became a world team member, I mean, I had achieved my goals. I had achieved my dream. That is why I camped as a One Ruby director for a very long time. I think over 10 years. Over 10 years. But now I sat back and I said, wait a minute. I mean, I'm seeing people like just for the kind of cars they are driving. Those are the kind of cars I want to drive. You know, they talk about buying houses. They talk about investments. They talk about this. And I'm like, wait a minute. I think I am actually selling, I'm actually selling myself short. If these guys can earn $5,000 per month, if I am also earning $5,000 per month, then I can be able to come up with bigger, better investments. So what did I do? I actually had to go back to my drawing table, started writing down, started answering questions like, why am I doing in your life? What do I really want to achieve? And I'm telling you, because of sorting that out, that's why now I have actually, my business started doing what? Has started growing. Now, first and foremost, why do we need to have dreams? Why do we need to have goals? The number one reason as to why we all need to have a goal. You need to have dreams. Number one is that dreams give us a sense of direction. Have you ever met someone who has no sense of direction? Have you ever met someone who all they are looking at is, you know, as long as I can find my rent, as long as I can but take my children to average schools, as long as I can eat, as long as I can dress, what else do I need? Now, that is an example of someone who doesn't have dreams. That is an example of someone who doesn't have dreams. And now, if you are that kind, then you are going to find it very hard for you to succeed in your life. Very difficult. Well, I have seen many who have joined, and the highest they've gone is manager, senior manager. You find someone, I have some people here in Uganda, they've been around for over 25 years, but the highest they've gone is senior manager, and they're doing the business. And every time they ask me advice, I tell them, man, you need to go back to the drawing table and ask yourself, why am I doing New Life? Why should I succeed? Why should I grow this business? You can only be able to do that if you've been able to identify your what? Your dream. So dreams give us a sense of direction. And then number two, dreams keep us motivated, even when tough times come. Do tough times come? Yes, they do. Do we sometimes lose motivation? And there's sometimes whereby you push the business, you are inviting, people are not coming, you're trying to make steps, things are not happening. You said, this month, I am going to become a manager. And every person you call on your first 30 people you thought would buy, and no one is buying. You say, this month I am going to beat my upline. My upline is always number one in personal sponsoring. This month I'm going to beat them. And you invite as many people, and things don't turn out the way they expected. So those tough times come. They do come, and they will come. But the only way how you can be able to go through them is when you have a dream, when you have a why. The times that come that really, really will shock your confidence, the times that will come that will, will really, really put you on the wall. But when you have a dream, then you are able to do what? Say, yeah, wait a minute. This one person that did not come, this 1 month that things didn't work out, does not mean that I can not still go for my what? For my dreams. So we need to have a dream, because our dreams keep us motivated. They keep us excited. Even during the tough times, they actually keep us going. Number three, dreams determine your speed. I started by saying that how fast, how far, how high, how big you'll go in your life is determined by the size of your dream. And I even give you an example of your own upline, my mentors. They're earning bigger than I'm earning. They are much higher than I am. But what's the difference? It's not that they are special. No. It's not that they are very good at presenting. No. It's not that they are maybe lucky. No. The only reason as to why they are higher than me, earning more than I'm earning, it's because they had bigger dreams. I was possibly dreaming of buying a Kluger. They were dreaming of buying a Prado. Now, I always love telling people that if even the slowest athlete can actually run faster than the greatest athlete, as long as the reason for them is big enough. Assuming you are chased by assuming Usain Bolt is being chased by a duck, and then you are being chased by a lion, trust me, you will run faster than Usain Bolt. Why? The reason for you to run are way much stronger than the what? Than the excuses. So we need to have, the bigger the dreams, even the more efforts. By the way, the dreams also even help us to gauge the level of effort we put into building this business. To someone who is small, who has small dreams of paying some little debt, paying rent, doing this, buying maybe a motorcycle, is not going to work at the same rate as someone who wants to buy a Prado. Not at all. No wonder that's why they are sponsoring. They're always number one in personal sponsoring. Why? Because what they are looking at is way much bigger than some of us who are sponsoring one 2, 3 people. Sometimes we even go 5 months without sponsoring. So the dreams help us to determine the speed. They even help us to determine how much effort we put in. And then dreams, number 4 is that dreams make life meaningful. Without dreams, everything is meaningless, completely meaningless. You have nothing to fight for. You have nothing to work for. You have nothing to, you have nothing pushing you. I mean, I've seen people who you find 5 years ago, they had the same challenges as they have of today. And even 10 years from now, they will have same challenges as they have of today. Why? Dreams. Dreams. Now, how do you achieve your dreams? Number 1, you need to identify them. We need to identify our dreams. If you cannot achieve it, if you can't identify it, then it actually becomes hard to achieve it. So you need identify your dreams. All of us as we're here, we need to answer the question, what do you really want in life? If money was not a problem, write down 101 goals and dreams, things you would want to achieve. I always give it to all my new people as an assignment. When people start working with me, my number 1 assignment is always to them to write down 101 goals and dreams that they want to achieve. Because I know that if they have dreams, if they have written them down, then we can work. But if they don't, then it's very, very difficult for me to help them to grow. And like the saying goes, you can only help someone up the ladder if they are willing to do what? To climb themselves. And what helps you to have that willingness? It is your goals and dreams. Number 2, write them down. Write them down. The Chinese have a saying that even the bluntest pencil is actually sharper than the sharpest mind. So you need to put your goals and dreams down. Write down 101 goals and dreams. The big ones, the small ones, the long term, the short term, write them down. Write them down. Even if it is to buy a watch, write it down. Write everything down. Number 3, put them in picture. Put them in picture. Have your dream chart. I have a dream chart in my house, in my bedroom. All my dream charts are in the bedroom. I even invested them and made frames. Each frame costed me about $150. Very big frames, wooden frames, mahogany. And why did I do that? It's because every time I wake up in the morning, I want to look at my dreams and I say, okay, let me go out of this house today, determined to work and fight for my dreams. Put them in picture, have them as a what? Come up with a dream chart. I'm sure your uplines can be able to guide you on how to come up with a dream chart. And then number 4, share them with the world. Let the whole world know that this month you're becoming a what? An executive manager. Let everyone know this month that you're becoming a manager. Let everyone know you're becoming a senior manager, you're becoming a director, you're becoming world team. Just like I've been able to advertise it, I am working so hard to become a 2 Ruby director. By the time we go to where? For the East African Convention. I know when I meet there, you'll be like, wait, did you lie to us? Did you become a 2 Ruby director? And I'm actually mentioning this so that it pushes me, so that in case I don't achieve it, I hide myself, So you need to put it down. You need to let the whole world know that this year you're buying a car. This year you're buying land. This year you're going back to school. This year you're doing this. You're changing your children from this school to this school. Announce it to the world. Then you need number 5, add passion to your dreams. Add passion to your dreams. Visualize, imagine, be obsessed about your dreams. Number 6, work like a mad person. Work like a mad person. Work like crazy. Let everyone see and say, this guy here, I knew he was going to make it. This guy here, I knew he was actually going to do what? I knew he was going to make it. I knew. In fact, work so hard passionately, like a mad person, that even those who said no, when you meet them, when you've succeeded, they will say, I knew you were going to do it. I knew you were going to make it. You know, work like a mad person. And then number 7, as I conclude, find out what it takes for you to achieve your dreams. Find out the price that you're supposed to pay. Sometimes I meet people who tell me, I want to become a director. I want to become a director. But then you even have to remind them to come for meetings. When the Zoom meeting has started, you still have to first call them to remind them. No, 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 no. You cannot do that. You can't do that. You need to know, I want to become a director. What price must I pay? I want to become a world team. What price must I pay? I want to become this. What price must I pay? You know the price. And then number 8, pay the price. Pay the price. There is nothing that comes on a silver plate. We all need to go out there, even when it is challenging, even when you think it is hard. We all need to go out there and give it our very, very best. Because if you give Neolife your very best, Neolife is going to give you the very best. Trust me, I can say there are 73 people on this call. I am quite sure and convinced that 1 year from now, we will be in the month of May next year. We will be going to Istanbul. There are people who are listening here who say when they missed out on being in Zimbabwe, in Durban, they said, I have missed Zimbabwe, but Istanbul, I must go. And trust me, there are people on this call that are even distributors, managers, senior managers that are going to Istanbul. But we have to pay the price. Wow, thank you so much for inviting me. I hope I will be able to learn out some things out of this, my sharing. And I hope and pray that you can go ahead, you can go and fight so hard, you can go hard on your dreams, because with Neolife, everything is possible. Thank you so much.
Wow, Justus, this is fantastic, wonderful. Thank you very much, congratulations. First, we want to really say thank you for sharing with the team. That was a fantastic session. We've really learned a lot, and I'm very sure, like I made notes, I know there are people who made notes, and next year, a time like now, they will remember this day that they came, they learned from Justus, and now they are flying. And again, congratulations because of your step to Turubi. We are so elated. I didn't even have an idea, but now we are so excited. We can't wait to meet you at the East African Convention in Tanzania. We are coming to celebrate you, and I'm so excited. So congratulations for the work you're doing. For sure, I know you have worked like a madman. I see what you always post on WhatsApp status, on social media, and I'm so happy because you've decided to go mad. They said mad is M, stands for motivated, activated, and directed. Mad, motivated, you are so motivated, you are activated, and you are directed. And that's how it is. You can't just be ordinary and achieve the extraordinary results. You have to go way ahead of the rest. And so congratulations. I believe our team has learned a lot, and you've really talked things that are so tangible, and for sure, if anyone wants to succeed, they just have to put it into practice. Get out there, guys. Let's go out. Let's get out of our comfort zones. Let's sit down and write our goals. There are so many people who are without direction. And I want to encourage you, let us work with goals and let's write them down. Yes, even me, when I joined the business, I was told to write 101 things I wanted to achieve. When I reached 20, I was blank. But guess what? As I moved on, I found out that so many other things that I needed, however minute. And today I've achieved most of them. So I'm glad. I was also taught how to do a dream chart, and I think we've done it on this session, except for the new people on this call. Maybe they've not done it so much. And as Justus was talking, I had to rush to my bedroom and also pick my dream chart. Oh my God, can you see that? Yeah. So that is our dream chart for 2022. So exciting. And it's so interesting, by the way, because some of the things that we put in our dream chart for 2022, we have already achieved. Can you imagine? We have achieved some of them. So we had a lot. We are yet to achieve more, and that is why it's giving us now the fuel to move on, the motivation to really act and work. Because according to our dream chart, we have so many things to achieve. You can see a house there. And it's very interesting because so far we have done that house. We are just about to complete. Before the end of this year, the house will be fully complete. Can you imagine in upcountry, our home, upcountry? You can see this gown here. I'm not the best person to talk about it. We had said that this year, 2022, Josephat is going to wear a gown and become a doctor, and that has come to be, you know. So these are really dreams that you have to put them in a picture form like this and put it where you are always spotting it. And guess what? You must achieve. So I want to encourage you, it's not too late. Go out there, draw a dream chart, get it, look at it every day, meditate on it, work on it, make sure you are achieving every bit. And you know, when you have a dream like this, even when obstacles come your way, you will always overcome the obstacles because you know what you are working for. But when you don't have a dream, when obstacles come your way, you easily quit. That is why you find there are so many people who join the business, but they quit not long before they joined. They've not even understood anything. Why? Their dream was not strong enough. So let us all be big dreamers in the business. It's not just about doing the basics, but it's about working for something. So that was really fantastic, guys. Let's go for our dreams. Let us all move. And I'm very sure by the end of this year, every one of us will be so grateful for this wonderful topic of dreaming today. So I'm super excited. I just want to stop at that and give Josephat a chance also to be able to speak to us and also, yeah, explain how he has been able to achieve the dream.
All right, thank you, everyone. Great to see you, all of us. Thank you, Justus, for sharing such an incredible session. You can be sure you've sown seeds that will sprout and grow, become a forest, and within no time we'll be celebrating big steps in this team from what you've just shared with us. Yes, it's very exciting to see that in the team we have people who are very dedicated and committed to keep learning. And finally, because we say you must learn fast, then you earn. You'll soon be earning what you really desire. It's very, very possible. As we talk of dreams, I really resonate so well with the topic because it's not by surprise that one of those big dreams of graduating with PhD is achieved. I had to discipline myself to make sure that I achieve it within the set time. Without humility, I must say that the period I took to do that PhD, the entire of it, has never been recorded in the history of the university, only 3 years, but it's because this business has trained me to always work for my goals without any excuse. Whether there was COVID or not, no excuse. And amongst that class that we graduated, I was the only one among those who registered for the PhD in 2019. All the others were 2017, 2016, and 2014, you know, those kind of numbers. So what am I saying? Translate that into our business, and you realize that you are the only one who can limit yourself. You are totally unlimited. And Elion Kipchoge saying the other day, you know, no human is limited. And how true that is. Unfortunately, we forget. And without adding a lot on what we've been taught tonight, I must mention this, that our business is really personal. You see, we are 75 of us here, but the business is personal, it's yours. We're only training as a team, but you are the one to build your own business. That's why we are called independent distributors. And some of us here will be 5 diamond directors at God's appointed time. But then it doesn't just happen. You have to decide that I'm going for it. Now, having said that the business is personal, think about this. Many people start the business, but some drop off, others hang on. Think about that. Those who drop out, they never get any reward. But those who hang on, even the slowest, end up being celebrated all over. You know, we say that success is celebrated at the finishing line, but really the work has been done over the years. People don't see athletes when they are exercising and practicing. They only see them when they are being rewarded for being number one. Now, hang on there, dear leader. Don't despair and don't be distracted. Don't listen to noises. Don't ever listen even to your own doubts. You know, those self-doubts, never listen to them. And within no time, you'll be celebrated in the best hotels in this world, in the best destinations. At KICC here in Nairobi, also in Kenya, we will congregate to celebrate you. So when some are dropping off, hang on there. Some will attend all trainings, others will be attending when they feel like attending. But you can be sure the results will be different. Some will do the business as a matter of life and death. Others will be doing it out of convenience. We can never get the same results. And I want to believe that this month, particularly this month of July, as we celebrate 12 years as Superstars team, specifically the 17th of this month is when we are celebrating 12 years. I know there is someone here who will decide to work like crazy. Someone will decide, I'm not going to spare any energies and I must make a big step. Someone is a senior manager today, a manager today, and by the end of the month, there will be directors, fully qualified directors. There is no point of sparing energy. I mean, you know, at times it's good to test yourself and you decide, let me see how huge my potential is and how farthest I can go with this. And you jump off out of your comfort zones and you hit the business with all your might, with all your energy. And guess what? When I was building the business, when we were doing the business with the PROs and taking our steps, we had a motto. We used to say this: no one has ever died of working. Let's work very hard and see whether we are going to be the first ones. Instead of dying of working, we made big steps that today have, you know, those steps have helped us to build big homes, you know, drive the biggest machines, travel all over the world, give our children the best life ever, you know, live that luxurious life. Why should you go through life struggling when we have this kind of an opportunity in our hands? And I'm happy I'm talking to members. Here we are not trying to persuade anyone to join. We are already in. We just have to maximize on what this opportunity has to offer. And let's stop looking for an opportunity when we have an opportunity already. While some people are thinking of whether or not to pursue the business, I know in this call there's someone who is committing that from this day, this point, they are going to cruise to the highest levels. Nevertheless, just do the best that you can and leave the rest to God. You know, because sometimes you also feel bad when you're not able to achieve too much, yet you work very hard. Please learn to do the best and you leave the rest to God. And at the right time, the maturity of time, you are going to get results that will shock you, that will shock the world, and you know, you'll be excited throughout your life. So I want us to stop at this, but not without some announcements, because this is a month that we want to really achieve a lot.